We are back once again for Fords and Food episode 3. My name is Tyler. I'm here at Preston Ford of Aberdeen with my general sales manager and co-host Scott. Scott, what do you have for the people today?
The first hybrid pickup truck. Bam. Platinum Power Boost F-150.
Once again, as Scott said, America's first full hybrid truck. Obviously, with the hybrid, we're going to get great fuel economy, but we're also going to have all the luxury that Ford has made us all so used to.
Let me ask you this. What if a massive tornado or hurricane comes through and I got this thing parked in my garage? Well, what's that going to do for me if all my lights go out?
This actually happened a couple months ago in Texas.
Oh.
They had a huge ice storm there. We've got the power on board right back here. You can generate your whole house off this. You can actually get generated off of this in that regard.
I mean, that's valid.
Right.
Extremely valid. Now, the point that I'm making is, how many other trucks have that feature?
Definitely not a Chevy.
How about a Dodge?
Definitely not a Dodge.
Wow, so no Chevy, no Dodge.
No Chevy, no Dodge,
no
only
Mopar.
Ford. You have to get it here. You have to get it here at Preston Ford of Aberdeen.
Makes sense.
You pop it right out, drop it right down.
Bam.
Come straight up, and now you can hop up in there. Scott, you're a big guy. Why don't you hop up in there?
Let me show you how we do it right here real quick.
Big body.
Bam.
Boom.
And where we at? We're straight in the back of the bed. We're going to go take a ride. We're going to go get some food at a local eatery. One of our favorite spots. Where we headed, Ty?
We're actually going to be headed to Mamie's Cafe with Love. This is an old-time Harford County establishment. They've been around since I can remember.
Oh, wow.
I remember back when I was in kindergarten, we used to have school fundraisers here. So this is one of my favorite spots. We're going to go ahead and hop in this gorgeous F-150 Platinum full hybrid, and we're going to take you there with us right now. I just can't believe that when we first started this thing up, man, we couldn't even hear it start. We still really can't even hear it running. It's definitely not, it's definitely not the normal truck. I mean, we already knew that the Ford's new 10-speed transmission was such a smooth ride, but I mean, this just takes it to a whole other level for me. You know, not just that, but just all the connected features that we've got on this actual vehicle, with everything from the parking assist to the cameras that we can constantly monitor what's in the trunk. So if we had something tied down or we were hauling something, there's no more wondering, is something falling out of my truck, you know, especially when you're going down 95 or any other major highway. I mean, that's just a really big feature that I think people are really going to be impressed with, and it just continuously shows how Ford is always pioneering the next big thing, not just in terms of vehicles, but in terms of safety as well, which in today's age is very important. All right, guys, so we're actually almost to Mamie's Cafe with Love now. Like I said, this is a spot that's been around since I was young, since I was born, really. This is a restaurant that's done a lot for the community. They're always the first to host fundraisers. They're always the first to host charity events. You know, they don't mind giving up a percentage of you know, their profits to really help noble causes, charitable causes, and that's something that I can really relate with. What about you, Scott?
I can tell you, you know, when I first came out here, and I am the last of the Mohicans. When we first opened up this store, I was here day one building furniture, and day one, Mr. Jeffinder recommended for lunch, why don't we go ahead and order some Mamies? And I said, okay, well, you know, I'm going to trust in your judgment. Let's see what it's all about. And the thing that I found to be just absolutely insane was they showed up and they delivered the food, and it was like 6 bags of food, and they gave us dessert after dessert after dessert. It was like a bag full of free desserts. I guess they give the dessert away with every meal. Is that correct, Ty?
That is correct. I mean, this is definitely a spot where the big boys can feel comfortable. The portions are big, the food's big, and I tell you what, when you come here, you better make sure that your appetite is big as well, because there is a lot of food. We're getting ready to go in and check it out and see how much there really is for us. Wow, Scott, so I've got to say, that was a very, very comfortable ride. I haven't felt anything like that in quite some time. But we just got here, we're at Mamie's Cafe, we're getting ready to go inside and check out what they've got for us today. So we just sat down to enjoy this gorgeous meal. We were greeted by Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda, if you just wanted to give us a brief history about Mamie's Cafe with Love, when did you guys open? How long have you been here? What are your plans for the future?
Hi, I'm Brenda Weber from Mamie's Cafe in the Beers Hill Shopping Center in Aberdeen, Maryland, and I'm grateful that Preston's has included me in their venture today. We've been here 14 years come November. I'm also very grateful for the Klein's family who has worked with me through the pandemic, which has been one of the hardest things that I've ever been through in my life. When we came here, I was told that we would never succeed. We were in Hamden in Baltimore City for 13 years, but when the pandemic hit a year and a half ago, when they closed our doors and we were open for carry-out only, I could work with bringing people in, but not knowing what was going to happen to me next. That was the hardest. And we seem to be surviving that somewhat. I don't know what's around the next bend, but I am grateful that we're still here.
So this is going to be a first for me, a potato skin with jumbo lump crab meat. So I think we're going to indulge. Cheers.
With the cheese on top.
Get it.
Wow.
That's actually a crab cake. I like to consider myself somewhat of a cake connoisseur. And having one on a potato skin, I gotta say, it's valid. That is crab cake in the potato skin. Get a close look at that, because it ain't gonna be around for much longer, I can assure you.
That's quality.
Quality.
I mean,
good stuff.
I've never seen that anywhere else except for Mamie's Cafe with Love in Aberdeen, Maryland.
A lot of love.
A lot of love went into that.
Went down right there.
I agree. A lot of love went into everything, I feel like. I mean, this is a high quality meal here.
I can't argue that.
You can't find this anywhere, you know?
So guys, you know, as Tyler had mentioned, when you come to Mamie's, you need to come correct and make sure you have a huge appetite. So every meal that you eat legit comes with a brownie, a piece of chocolate cake, and rice pudding. Like, that's how they send you home. You know, they send you home either full and bloated and ready to go to sleep, or with some nice treats for that late night snack. So you get some of that cake, a brownie, and some rice pudding. And that is free of charge with your meal. And it's all homemade. So the cake is homemade, the brownies are homemade, the rice pudding is homemade. Everything that we ate, obviously, today in here was homemade, but homemade desserts just take it over the top. And the fact that it's just a surprise at the end, like, here you go, guys. You know, I know you didn't pay for this, but it's free, and take it home with you or enjoy it now. So it always dumbfounds me every time I see it and it happens. Just wanted to thank you guys again for episode number
3 of Fords and Food with Tyler and Scott from Preston Ford of Aberdeen.
See you next time.